So, hi guys. Good evening, everyone. You might be surprised, and I'm very much sorry. I just decided to do the podcast tonight. It's a long overdue podcast, and something went out of the blue. That's why I could not find the time to, commit to podcasting. So tonight, I'd like to share a lot of things. Tonight's gonna be something very, very important, not only to me but also to everyone who noticed. So, the developments in my career, in my life, are obviously obviously seen on my recent posts. So, one of the posts was about friendship. The other one was about saying thank you to the company that I loved and I worked for so long, and also unexpected surprises that come and go, right? So I'd like to start tonight's discussion with the reason why I did those posts, why I did post the long soliloquy named "I Need a Friend." Basically, the discussion here is that modern day friendship is now often described as something that's no longer into the emotional side of things. Okay, they're more into the practical side of things. So, say for example, I'm a licensed trainer. I'm a licensed government trainer. Since we're friends, you can benefit from me by using my license to, to use whatever you want to use out of it because we're friends. Or say, for example, I'm a friend and I'm a person who wants money or who aspires to get a lot of money, and you're my rich friend. So I do everything in my power to flatter you or to make sure that you're accommodated well and you're listened to very carefully so that I can get my money from you, right? So basically, that's what the basic discussion of friendships are. And a lot of us have that sad experience in mind. Fortunately, not it's not a deterrent for real friendships to develop. So, what can best describe a friend? A friend is best described as someone who is there for you during your happy and your sad times. So basically, that's just about that. So my girlfriend Liz has a best friend, and her best friend stuck with her good times, with her bad times, with everything that's in between. She was there supporting Liz. Liz was also there for her. They support each other all along the way. That's why they're best friends, right? So, in my case as well, I'm very much fortunate because almost everybody knows my life story. I've run out of friends. I'm deficient with friends, but fortunately, I have a few people who I can depend on and I can call friends, and for them, I'm really much thankful. So, with friendships, we usually tend to, overlook them. We tend to ignore them. We tend to think that, hey, they're not the best fit. But remember, if you're a real friend, you'd always be there on your darkest days. And that's what a real friend should be. A good friend of mine told me that friendship should not be equated to presence. So, friendship is not presence. You may be present every single day, but you're not friends. Likewise, you may be friends, but he or she would not be there every single day of your life. Hey, come on, everyone has a life, right? So, basically, that's what I needed during the past week. During the past week, there was a lot of ordeals, a lot of challenges came through. It tested my integrity as a person, and it tested my integrity as a person who decides with my life decisions. So we are now transitioning from friendship to integrity. So these friends of mine, and I'm very much thankful for them. These friends of mine are there to talk to me about integrity, to tell me that no matter what the cost, you have to stand your ground. You have to believe what is true, what is just, and you have to fight for it. And so I did. I stood my ground, I defended my side, and no matter what the cost right now, I'm happy with it because I stood my ground. Integrity is a very heavy price to pay, and for friendships, that's very much important. If you consider someone as a friend, you should consider that person as someone who won't be afraid to tell you the truth. That's integrity. People nowadays think that since the world becomes lighter and lighter each and every single day, we don't value integrity anymore. No. Integrity is a high value target for every single person. I myself value integrity. Several people I know value integrity as much as I do. And integrity runs into the lifeblood of every single public servant. Servant of the people, servant of the state, servant of God. As long as they serve someone, they have this high level of integrity. So, with that integrity, you have to make sure that you're fighting the right ground. Otherwise, you won't appreciate what they do for you. You won't understand why they do it, and you'll never understand why they'll stand up for you. Friends will stand up by you. Friends will stand up with you because they also have integrities in their hearts and in their minds. They're doing the right thing by standing up for you, even when each and every single one of them, I mean the rest, those who are not your friends, turn their backs on you. So that's what a real friend is, and that's what real integrity is. Nobody's watching you, but you're doing the right thing. Nobody's looking at you, but you're doing the right thing. Nobody gives a damn about what you do, but you are doing the right thing, and that's what matters. Okay? We might face several instances where we are falsely accused or we are belittled by several people, or say for example in the case of statesmen, accused of corruption, in simple people accused of stealing a loaf of bread, accused of doing unnecessary acts which aren't part of your character. And believe me, we all experience that same feeling. We may feel that we're alone. We may feel that, hey, I think I'm not competent because people think that I'm not. The secret there is for you to be a person of high integrity. No matter what happens, as long as you do the right thing and you're doing it with the conscience in your mind, you do not commit anything wrong, and therefore you're doing it with integrity. There's a huge difference, guys, between doing things right and doing the right thing. When you're doing things right, you may do the wrong thing, but since you're doing it right, that means you're doing the proper and correct way of that wrong thing. If you're doing the right thing, you're not doing the wrong thing at all, because you are doing the right thing, and that's integrity. That's what we should look with our friends. That's what we should observe. With our everyday observations, we notice that sometimes we compare our friends to questions of integrity. Real friends don't have that in their minds. Real friends do not question each other's integrity, and above all, real friends have this sense of integrity towards each other. So, moving forward, the reason why I'd like to speak about integrity above all is that there are major decisions in my life right now that required a huge amount of people whom I have consulted a lot of times. So I consulted Liz, my girlfriend, By the way, guys, I'm not so sure if it's appropriate, but we just celebrated our second anniversary yesterday. So to those who want to greet us, the both of us, do so. Leave your comments, whatever. Right. So Liz and I celebrated our second anniversary yesterday. At the same time, that's all. That's also the exact day where I decided to change a career, make a career shift, make a career development, change plans with what I can do with my life. So with that, I decided to part ways with a company that I loved for so long. For almost a year, I've been with them, and actually, I miss them, to be honest. And it's kind of frustrating because sometimes you have to take decisions. You have to make decisions for your better good. You have to do things that are necessary for you to survive or for you to live better as people. So, with that being said, it's a very funny flow of events. Tuesday, I decided to part ways with the company. Wednesday, it's our anniversary, Liz and I. By Thursday, here we are doing the podcast. So, with that, we'd like to share to everyone that making important decisions requires integrity, and always seek advice from friends who have high integrity. I consulted this many times with a lot of people. I talked over it through several friends of mine. I talked over through Liz first and foremost because she's the most affected person, and with that, she's pretty much supportive with my decision, and her decision's also my decision. So in that case, things get pretty alright. Oh my god, something happened. So sorry. So things get pretty much tested. There are many developments in and around, and then there are things that sometimes you have to make decisions. That's why I decided to consult it with friends who value me and who see me as an integral person. So here's the surprise. Unexpected surprises come, guys, when you believe in yourself. Alright? So you have friends. And because you have friends, you have a high level of integrity. And because you have a high level of integrity, people believe in you. And because people believe in you, there are a lot of opportunities that by the time I parted ways with my former company, a lot of calls showed up. I don't know why. So it's a blessing in disguise, guys. Once you've proven yourself to be someone of character, once you've proven yourself to not just be after the job, once you're doing that, people will recognize your efforts, people will recognize what you do, and somehow if things run out of options, they'll provide you the extra twitch. So that's how things go. It's very much important for us, guys, to value friends who not only teach us integrity, who not only values our integrity as a person, but also who recognizes our efforts as people. And because of that, we see a lot of surprises toward the horizon. That much we should be thankful for. So, overall, it's very much important that at the end of the day, you think of your friends, you value your friends. It's not an everyday competition, it's not an everyday contest of who gets the most likes, who gets the most views, who gets the most listeners. What matters here is that you're doing your right thing with your friends. And when you do the right thing, and when you choose your friends wisely, more and more opportunities will come your way. So that's it. I won't prolong everyone's agony right now, and it's already 10 minutes beyond the typical schedule. So guys, I like to thank everyone who dropped by to listen. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Justin, Elizabeth, Kit, Mom Rose. Mom Rose is my grade 5 teacher when I was in elementary. Floyd, Jessery, and Patricia. So, guys, I'd like to thank you for dropping by, for listening. I'm not so sure if you're catching this up, but yeah, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And so, I'd like to commit as well, guys, that at least every week, I can share my views, I can share my opinions of people, I can share my opinions of everyday life, and probably since I'm officially hunting for a job, probably I'd also give everyone tips on how to land the best job or the dream job that you want to have. So that's it, guys. That's it for me. Above all, oh, hi, Darwin. You caught up with us. Good, glad to hear that. So above all, you have to remember that as a person, as a very effective person, your secret should be three things. Number one, when you have reliable, dependable, good friends beside you. Number two, if you have a high sense of integrity. And number three, if you place yourself in high regard. That way, unexpected surprises follow. So just like me, it's sad, it's sorrowful for me to, to leave the job that I love. But hey, somebody called. A lot of companies called me and asked if I could join their team. So there. Duty calls sometimes, and the hardest decision that you have to take are the decisions that you may need to make when you're listening or when you're hearing what your heart wants to tell you. So I guess that's it, guys. Thank you very much for catching up with me. Hi, Bishop Benny. Bishop Benny, by the way, is a patriarch of one of the Catholic Church branches in the United States. So once again, guys, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for catching up with me, and I appreciate your time to listen to what I'd like to share about. And by the way, guys, if ever you want to talk about any topic, if you want to ask me or if you want to let me discuss the next podcast's topic, feel free to send me a message. Feel free to connect with me, comment, send me a private message. I'd be very happy to include you on board. Developments regarding Lorraine and I's plan to have a podcast on financial literacy. It's on the works, it's on the waterways, and probably Elizabeth, my beloved girlfriend, would join me for a special podcast anytime soon. So that's it, guys. For those who want to greet us, it's our anniversary yesterday. So happy anniversary to us. We didn't make the traditional annual podcast that we do, the Facebook Live that we do every anniversary because we ran out of time. But nevertheless, guys, always remember, you are loved. Above all, you are loved. Okay? You may think that you don't have any friends, you may think that you don't have anybody behind you, beside you, but always remember, you are loved. You have a friend right up there. Just look up, your friend's looking down at you, supporting you, helping you, and giving you surprises all along the way. So I guess that's it for me, guys. Enjoy your night and enjoy your morning from friends from the United States. Good night. Oh, by the way, before I let go, thanks very much, Patriarch Benny, for congratulating me and thanking my podcast. I hope to catch up with you soon and to hear with you soon. So there, guys, you are loved. Have a great day.